I've been buying way too many CDs. I'm living in the 90s.
It's that time again. Time for the all-new Culture Cast, which begins right now. Oh, welcome back, everyone, to the all-new Culture Cast. I'm Nick, and who else is here with me tonight?
This is the Gorehound reporting in from the graveyard.
How's it going, Gorehound?
Oh, excellent. It's great to be here.
It's been a while. I think last time was in October when you were here last, if I'm
Yeah,
not
my
mistaken.
attendance is spotty, if not absent.
Our viewers are disappointed by this. They need to know who your man crush of the week is.
Yeah, and I need to get back into it, or maybe switch it up and do like a fatherhood figure of the week, because it's I'm a father, and that was previously an unfathered opinion of the man crush, and now it's it kind of merged and it evolved.
So is your father of the week, a father role model of the week, is first one gonna be Bill Cosby?
No way, dude. The dad from Bluey
Oh,
is spot on, dude.
everyone loves Bluey. We don't really watch it in our household, with the exception of I did put on one episode last night, and uh, there was the one where they're with the xylophone, and they're like freezing every time they hit the xylophone,
Okay.
and the dad is like fully into this game, despite the fact that the kids are like causing havoc around him. Like he will not break.
No, Bluey is wonderful. Wonderful. I can't get enough of it. We sometimes have to force it because she's so obsessed with, like, lately it's been Frozen, and
Oh,
yeah, it was Lion King for a while, but like we would have to like force it on there because it was like she'd only want to watch Frozen. But we were like, you know what, Mom and Dad kind of want to have some input on this, so let's. And so after like 10 minutes, it's we're sold.
yeah, Frozen is a big one in our house. I guess this will lead into our topic of the day, which is our irregular featured the ketchup
Everybody's
episode.
favorite condiment.
Yeah. Um, and it's our seventh catch up that we've been doing. The first one in over a year too, so that's
I
something,
can't
I
I
guess.
can't get enough of them.
But uh, I guess like stuff we've been talking about, watching or reading or whatever lately. So we don't have one particular topic, we'll go back and forth. But you know, undoubtedly, you have a toddler. I have two toddlers. Although one just turned 4, so I don't know if that counts as a toddler anymore, but it's close enough.
Yeah.
Um, and when the TV, the Kiwi and I, we can't watch TV because if we do put something on, then they're going to be like, "Wait, our show." And
Yeah. The girl tries to watch news on
yeah,
Sunday mornings, and me and the little ghoul have to leave rooms because she's repeatedly like, "Oh, I'll be quiet, I'll be quiet," and then just like she's just like boring and just like rolling everywhere. So we just got to leave the room.
yeah. So luckily, in the mornings when I'm home with them and I'm making breakfast for them, like more often than not, they'll let me flip on WGN news to just give an idea of something that's going on in the world. But
Yeah.
um, while they're eating breakfast, because and for the most part, we have a rule during mealtime we don't watch shows. Sometimes we break it, but more often than not, we put on music or something. They're fine with that. So,
Yeah.
but let's just get all this out of the way first. Like stuff we've been forced to watch, possibly on repeat because we have young children. So, Gorehound, you're saying Frozen is the big one right now?
Yeah, and we're kind of late to the game, but also like she just like got into this age where it was like now it fits and now it's everything. And it was Lion King for a while, but I don't know, like that death scene with Mufasa, I'm like, dude, this is why does
It's
she like this movie
hilarious.
so much? Like, is she like Is this what she wants?
Um, yeah, my youngest, we've recently started getting into Lion King, and she really the animated or the quote unquote live action one.
We were doing the animated one about 70% of the time, live action about 30.
We haven't gone to the live action one, but
Yeah.
my youngest seems to really like Lion King. We say, "You want to watch Lion King? Lion King, Lion King!"
Yeah.
Ah! So that's good. I don't know if they've actually ever sat through the whole. Well, one day they did, but
Yeah, Pumbaa is the anchor for that. Like we sometimes just fast forward to Pumbaa, and that's it gets a little frustrating when you're just watching the same 20 minutes of the movie repeatedly.
we had that issue. Um, and YouTube was helpful in that regard because
Yeah.
we would just find the clip on YouTube. But my girls are obsessed, and we watched a lot of it, and we still watch it. The Grinch.
Yeah.
My
Or
oldest
yeah, we do
loves Grinch.
Frosty the Snowman occasionally, and frankly, I just I love mixing the holidays and watching stuff from the holidays that are outside of it. And so, like, I will watch Frosty or Rudolph any time of the year now. But that's also because, I enforce, all of our books to be either Halloween or feline based. So it's like, that's what you're getting yourself into. So,
So yeah, the Grinch has been the big thing. Particularly, they like all three versions of it,
yeah.
but the leading one at the moment is the CGI one that came out about 3-4 years ago
Okay.
with Benedict Cumberbatch, who voices
Yeah,
the
the
Grinch.
latest one. Yeah. I think that's
Um,
the latest one.
yeah, yeah, and I'll admit, that one's pretty good. I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
I hate
We
the
haven't.
Jim Carrey one.
Yeah, yeah. We haven't gotten through the Benedict Cumberbatch one, but we had a COVID shutdown like a few weeks ago. I might have mentioned I got all of the Hotel Transylvanias, and I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
we are gonna get through this, and
They
it
just came
did.
out with a new one.
Yeah, it didn't hit at all, and I was like, oh
Really?
come on. I mean, albeit there were some like scary moments or like frightening moments for a toddler. So with enough of those is enough to kind of turn her back on it. um,
Mm.
but yeah,
She'll come around again, I bet.
yeah, I mean frankly I was enjoying it. Jim Carrey is, I mean, Adam Sandler is a weird pick for that, but I was happy to see him. I'm glad he's doing something.
Yeah. You know, I I'd like to get my girls to watch it. I bet they'd enjoy it. We just one of those things we haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah,
I
well I
think that
own all three if you want.
um, I think they'd like it because my girls like the spooky stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
Monsters Inc. They really like Monsters Inc. Especially my youngest. That's a big one in our household.
Yeah. Also, I none of my topics for this episode were children's movies. So
Oh,
just for the record,
that's fine. I just put some on here just because I know we've been watching. Like Moana is a big one that they like. Which if you haven't
yeah,
watched Moana, that's fantastic.
yeah.
Um,
I personally have not watched all of it, but the Graveyard Queen has watched that multiple times. It's just been, um, you know, wrong place, wrong time. But we were at the library yesterday, and there was that Scooby Doo that I think I was telling you about with Elvira and Bill Nye.
we own it.
Oh, do you? I'm gonna
We
have
we
to borrow that from you. Uh, how long of a part does Elvira have?
uh, it's been a while since I watched it. Surprisingly, my girls who love Scooby Doo weren't as interested in watching it, but she pops up here and there.
Okay,
Like enough where she's in the movie throughout it.
okay, okay. I'm just happy it's not wasn't just like 5 minutes or something.
Yeah, like she shows up at the beginning. I think she shows up a little more at the middle, and she shows up at the end. So she's in it enough.
Yeah. No, I was gonna rent it, but I didn't want to go through the effort of returning a DVD. So
Yes, we it was a gift we got the girls as part of Thanksgiving, jeez, Halloween because they
such
were
a
in this,
sweetheart.
and it was like I don't know $10 at the store. I'm like, all right, we'll give this to them.
Yeah, yeah.
Although now HBO Max, I don't know if they have that one, but they have like almost every Scooby-Doo movie ever made on their
Yeah.
streaming service, which is
Maybe I'll put that on a few. Um, she might get into that, and I know I used to like Scooby Doo when I was younger. So
I don't think anyone has a bad word to say about Scooby-Doo,
yeah.
but
So
um
what's so basically like toddler movies was one of your items for the night.
yeah. Encanto, I've only seen about half of it,
Yeah.
but the half I've seen is fantastic.
Yeah, we're having a niece sleepover this weekend, and so we're trying to get the ghoul exposed to that, so that hopefully come the weekend, we have both of their interests aligned, rather than having two toddlers with wanting to watch different things. So the Great Red Queen is on it.
Very nice. And something else that the girls were freaking out about something. I don't even remember what it was. Oh, they were watching some nursery rhyme thing. I'm like, I can't anymore. I can't with this. So
Yeah.
I said, hey, I knew this was on Disney Plus. So I'm like, hey, girls, I want to show you this really cool show. I think you'll like it. And they're like, oh, okay, okay. So I put on Dinosaurs. Do you remember the Jim Henson produced um, early
Yeah.
90s, early to mid 90s dinosaur show?
Yeah, it rings a bell.
Um, I loved it when I was a kid, and we've watched a couple episodes, and so far the girls seem to really like it as well. So it's all like puppets and everything. Well, quote unquote puppets. Um, but it's funny, and so that they like it, and so they seem to be enjoying it too. It looks goofy, so I don't know if they understand what's going on in the episode, but
Oh yeah, that was on the verge of being scary for me.
really,
Yeah, yeah, just it looked weird. Yeah.
so. And it's been fun rewatching those episodes because they were aimed for a family audience. Kids liked them, but like they put a lot of social commentary in those episodes that
Yeah.
still work today. Like it's like they knew what they were doing.
Mm.
And then the
Um,
only other one that we've watched, and I'll be done with the toddler movies, is the movie Sing. Have you seen that one?
yeah, yeah. I didn't like the large pig.
Oh, like hey, piggy power.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Oh.
So, and therefore I haven't pushed it on her. So, and the girl isn't that into it, but glad to see that it's getting some life in your house.
It's cute. Um, they one of the songs that they have in the movie is Under Pressure by Queen.
Okay.
And um I was driving the girls to daycare one day, and that song comes up on the radio, and they call the movie Piggy because it's on some app, and
Yeah.
the thumbnail has like the pig dancing on it, so they associate the thumbnail to the movie.
Yeah.
And so they're like piggy song. I'm like, piggy song. And then it
Yeah.
clicks with me like, oh, yeah, this was in that movie, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, 101 Dalmatians. That's been 50% of our viewing.
Oh.
So, most of the time it's the older one, but we have been able to get the Jeff Daniels one
Oh,
past
okay.
her, and damn, Jeff Daniels is a spot on pick for Roger. Like, perfect.
I haven't seen the live action one. And it's
Yeah.
been decades since I've seen the animated one. But yeah, I should
Yeah, I
throw on
me and
some
the
other.
girl me and the girl keep on going back to back on this, where we're like, this story is so good, and like you just don't get stories like this very often. The story of 101 Dalmatians and like where it goes, it's like that's
Because
brilliant. It's
Cruella wants to skin the dogs for clothes or something like that.
right, yeah, and it's just like a one guy with a Dalmatian and another girl with a Dalmatian get together, and then just like they end up with 101 Dalmatians, and it's just like it's a good story. I'll tell you that.
We'll do a future podcast episode on it.
No, no, I don't want to talk any more about it.
All right. Well, do you have any other toddler stuff, and then we'll just move on and close this chapter of our lives?
One of my items was Archer, which is
Uh,
animated, but it is never picked up with her. So, but also the Graveyard Queen isn't into it either. So,
I
but
could never get into that show myself. I tried.
oh man, it's since we have like 10 streaming subscriptions now for like $3 a month. Um, it's on one of them, and I've always loved them, and I kind of like stopped watching them because they weren't available on any streaming devices. But now I'm on season 9, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and very happy that it's on there because finding a good show that just like is solid, where you don't have to like uh determine whether it's good or not, kind of like Boba Fett, um, it's nice to come across. Have you been watching the Boba Fett?
Oh, hell no.
No.
I could give two rats asses about Boba Fett, or I
Yeah.
couldn't give two rats asses about Boba Fett, and I just have zero. I haven't watched Mandalorian.
Oh
I
no.
just, I don't care enough about
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Um, the girl has given up on Boba Fett 2 or 3 episodes ago,
It
and
looks
like
awful.
it is, it's really bad. To the point where like I'm the past episode or one before it, I have not really been looking forward to it. I'm just kind of going through the motions. But in the last episode, the Mandalorian made a return, and it was
Mm.
the best episode of the series of the season yet. And it's because everybody hates Boba Fett because it's just there's no point to the story. We don't know where it's going. We don't know what his purpose is. It's just like we keep on seeing these stupid stories. And then along comes Mandalorian, where he has a very clear creed and objective. And we're like, okay, we know what he wants, and we know that he's going to try to get that. And it was just so refreshing to see somebody, because I really did enjoy the um, the Mandalorian, despite its repetitive nature. I love repetitiveness, um, and I thought it was great. And this episode really enforced just how good the Mandalorian is, albeit like comparing itself to Boba Fett isn't that much of an accomplishment, but it's still enough to spark some joy in an otherwise awful series.
Like the guy they have playing Boba Fett, which I know he played Jango Fett, but like he's like really old now and like really hefty, and like
And
Boba
just
Fett.
ugly as shit.
That I don't care about so much, but like I heard someone online, I read something online that said it should be called Blubber Fett because he's big.
Good good one, guy. Good one,
Um,
random internet guy.
but I've seen clips and it's like, first of all, why is Boba Fett popular? And second of all, this show looks like ass. So it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
if it was a show about Jango Fett, sure, but the guy who played Jango Fett is like, well, he's the guy who plays Boba Fett, so he's like super old now. Well, not really old, but like too old to play that role.
Yeah. Yeah. So, um, yeah. Point in case is the entire series sucks, but this last episode where they brought back the Mandalorian and it was just like 100% Mando, um,
Oh,
it
so
was
Boba Fett wasn't in it?
no, and that was so great. I was like, fuck, they're gonna like bring in Boba Fett somewhere and just like make it go downhill. But yeah, so but my next one, and then I'll turn it over to you, is I think one of my favorite TV series, and I don't know, it kind of sparks the what's the like the divide between whether you really like it or it's really good is making me think, but it's called Brand New Cherry Flavor on Netflix. Have you heard of it?
No.
Um, I watched this one solo, and it's been really great. I was very intrigued with it from the get-go. With it, it's basically the story of um, a movie maker who comes to Hollywood and tries to sell her movie and gets harangued, uh, taken advantage of by a big movie producer. And she basically goes through like magic to like make him suffer. And then we realize like the movie maker is potentially like a bad person. And there's magic in all this. But visually, this was brilliant in my opinion, and the story was great. I would recommend anybody get to it. It's got a few like gross out moments, uh, in particular the body horror
Mm.
that is afflicted within the magical realm. But otherwise, it was fantastic, and there's a very good possibility that I am going to go back to it. Because for something that made me so happy and just like thrilled, I want to go back to it and see what I missed.
So you would definitely recommend.
If people can get through body horror. So,
Very good.
yeah.
Um, well, it's been a while since we talked, so I got some things that are a couple months old. So I'll start very briefly. I went to the theaters on this one.
Oh, Spider-Man?
No, no. Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Okay. And
Uh, I mean, it was a movie.
how long was the original cast in there for?
Like maybe 5 minutes.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I figured it was about that.
Um,
And how was the sexiest man alive in there? Was he as brilliant as always?
well, he disappears for like an hour on end in the movie.
Okay.
He like they set him up at the beginning, and then it's like, oh, it's Paul Rudd. He probably has a big role, and he's probably gonna be like the main character and everything. And then he just disappears for like the next hour. It's like, wait, wasn't Paul Rudd in this? Where'd he go?
Yeah.
Um, maybe I'm exaggerating. I don't know, but I mean, it was okay. Um, everyone's like, you know, you know, busting a nut over it, but I'm like, are we watching the same movie here? I mean, it was all right, but like
Yeah.
the first half is pretty good, pretty entertaining, but like the second half is just like what is happening?
Yeah.
Why I don't want to spoil it. I don't know. Do you want me to spoil it? I don't want to spoil it if you're planning on seeing it.
I know that this is like your jam, this universe, but I've never really cared about it. Like I'll
True.
say it's a great movie, but I have no personal affinity towards it, and I'm fine with that. You know, it's like I'm already obsessed with way too many things. I can't be obsessed with another thing.
Fair enough. I'll just say this in case you ever do end up seeing it, because I don't want to totally blow everything that happens. But like the last half of the movie is just like they took the ending of the first Ghostbusters movie and literally did it again.
Okay. Is it like through the same like New York or whatnot?
No, I mean it's a different setting, so I mean
Okay.
it's like it's a little different, but like basically like the stuff they did in that is more or less the stuff they did in this, and it's kind
Was
of like
there a keymaster?
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that's good. And they were like, imagine what you want to like face off, and like the same exact thing happened.
well they don't do. I'll say this, they don't do that. Like there are some changes, but like basically it's like, hey, let's just take that ending and do something slightly different with it. But I mean it's the same. I mean it's not like well, you don't need to do this. I mean,
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like little nitpicky things in the movie that make no sense. Like, wait, how does this happen? What? It's one of those things like when you're watching it, you're like, oh, okay, that was fun. But then later on at night, you get up for like a snack and you're at the fridge and you just think of the movie and you're like,
Yeah.
wait a second,
Yeah.
that didn't make any sense. I mean, I enjoyed it, and I'm sure when it comes out on Blu-ray in the next few weeks, I'll buy it because I have a problem. But I'm sure my girls will like it because they like the original Ghostbusters, and this one has kids in it, so that's a little bit more of an interest. I will say I thought I was going to be annoyed with the kids. Um,
So it's
they
Finn. There's Finn in it, and who else?
Finn Wolfhard, who's sort of in it.
Oh, he's not like
He is, but like they give him nothing to do. He's
okay.
just kind of like there. Like you could take him out of this movie.
Mr. Gruberson is Paul Rudd.
Yeah, that's his name. Gary Gruberson. The main character, Phoebe, is played by Mackenzie something or
Yeah,
other.
I don't
She's
recognize her.
she's actually been in a lot of. I looked her up. She's been in like a lot of things so far that like, oh, that was her. Like she was in a Marvel movie. She was in the last Scooby Doo movie that came out, the animated one that came out about a year ago. Um, like I'm surprised with all the things she's popping up in, and she was pretty good. And her buddy Podcast, whose name is Podcast, who I was expecting to hate,
Yeah.
because his name is effing Podcast. He's actually pretty good too. I liked him. He was more entertaining than I thought. Uh, but
This girl looks like Sabrina, the teenage witch from Netflix,
oh, I know. I see what you're saying.
but it's not.
No, she's much younger.
Yeah.
The Mackenzie something or other.
Like
Not
kind of
Sabrina.
Grace. I like that. That's
McKenna
an
Grace,
okay name.
yes.
I would have capitalized the K, but
Well, you send a letter to her parents saying everything that they
bad
did wrong.
move. Drop the ball on this one.
So
Yeah.
it's entertaining. I think everyone and their mother has liked it. So it has a lot of like feel good moments, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
I just think that the new Ghostbusters movies have way too much controversy, and just they're not hitting a lot of points to make the controversy worth it.
Well, the 2016 one definitely didn't mean to have any controversy. That was the dumbest thing I ever saw.
Yeah,
It's like, oh no, they're women Ghostbusters. It's the end times.
yeah,
Who cares?
yeah. It
That
might
movie.
just be that like I don't care about the universe, and so I just like it's a whole lot of talk about nothing for me.
And let me clue you in on a little secret. A lot of the people who are complaining about women Ghostbusters, like the vast majority, they didn't care about the universe either.
Yeah,
They just need a reason to be offended.
yeah.
Oh no,
Speaking of
women are in my movie. Curses, brr.
speaking of which, banned books. How about all these books that are getting banned? Um, one of which is right there.
Gender
Gender
queer.
Genderqueer. For every book that gets banned, I will buy it. I went out and bought the Mouse graphic
Oh,
novel,
you did.
which was so difficult to find.
It's been out
You
for a
know,
while.
oh,
I mean, like I know it's a classic graphic novel.
every library that I've ever visited has had like one or two copies of this, but I just never got around to reading it because I was like, I just want to read Marvel and nothing else. Um, and so I went out and got a copy, and it's not going to be delivered for like 3 weeks, but still, like I got a copy just because I I watched the interview with Art Spiegelman, the author, and I was like, I'm sold. Like, it's ridiculous that books are being banned nowadays when it's just like you have all the information in the world uh, on a browser. and now we're going to be like, oh, you can't read these things. It's just like, these have literary value, and teachers are teaching it, and there's a curriculum.
Is
It's
there
like,
a reason that, because mouse has always been considered controversial, and I don't know enough about it to judge why it is or it isn't, but is there a reason why there's been a renewed interest lately in it? Because
well, yeah,
isn't like
because
controversy against like Nazis or something like that, or like it's like anti-Nazi or something, or
well, there was a school district that voted 10-1 to ban it from their curriculum, because they were like, there's like a scene of nudity and like the portrayal of Nazis. It was just
how,
the
do they
way that
portray Nazis in good ways?
they were saying it was like, um the way that I heard it was like, this is way too intense. You guys have to give the Nazis like a fair chance, and that's why we have to like, you know, get rid of this book. And it's just like, okay.
Give Nazis a fair chance. We
That's the way that
literally
I,
had a war about it.
so but frankly, I think that anyone who goes out and tries to ban books is just going to explode the sales.
Oh, almost always.
I want to see these, because banning books is completely opposite of what they are wanting to do. If you want to, get rid of a book, don't tell anybody about it. Don't make a comment about it, because the masses will purchase it and support it, because buying a book is such an easy way to support somebody.
You know, and this goes for both sides of the political spectrum. Anytime someone calls for like a boycott or a banning, it's almost always going to do the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Um, like uh, like you want to boycott a book, okay? Everyone's going to be like, well, one, you're going to have people like yourself who want to support it because they're
Yeah.
against the banning. Um, or two, you're going to get people like, well, what's the controversy? What's this about? Well, I better find out what it's about, and they'll buy the book anyway.
Right. And then
And
it's just, if anybody has an education about this, they're going to realize like, this is just a bad school system, a bad superintendent, bad people on the board that are just trying to enforce, some agenda. But yeah, for any local listeners, that includes you or Thor, if he's listening, you guys are more than welcome to borrow the copies once I'm done.
maybe I should buy it myself.
Yeah, do it. I found my copy because I was gonna go to Barnes and Noble, but because I was like, nobody's actually gonna go out and buy one like in person, and they did. So I went through like Amazon. It wasn't like the first purchase, but it was like one of those like, buy also at this price.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. Did you get the complete one? I'm looking at.
oh yeah,
I just pulled it on Amazon. There's 1 and 2. Oh, this is
yeah,
from
yeah,
back in the 80s. Oh, I didn't realize how old it was.
yeah, yeah.
Interesting.
And reading
Um,
about some of the panels, and I'm really excited to read it. I shouldn't say I'm excited to read about like the Holocaust, but what I've been seeing about it, it looks very cool. The way that it was drawn and hand drawn and whatnot.
mhm.
So
Yeah. And just to go back for a second, like I don't like it when people call for boycotts on things and all that. Like don't make a just make it like a quiet personal choice. Don't make it try to make it a movement. Like there are things I've seen a couple of restaurants that I've experienced or heard about secondhand from reliable people that's like, you know what, I don't like how they do that, so I'm not going to attend it there. I'm not going to go to them anymore. That's my choice.
yeah,
It's my
um,
just
to piggyback off of that, because I am in that camp where I will boycott someplace, but I don't feel the need to kind of. I let my money speak for me.
sure.
Um, because, for instance, I saw the founder, McDonald's origin story, and I was like, I'm not going to buy there anymore. And I've been pretty good with that. I stopped shopping at Walmart my entire undergrad, and basically up until like a few years ago. But I found out that because Jimmy John's, I used to feel so guilty about shopping or buying from Jimmy John's because the owner. I feel like that was pretty well documented that the owner was like a
Oh, like a big
um,
game hunter or something like that.
right, yeah, and just like illegal game hunting. And so I was like, I feel guilty shopping, buying from there. But I just heard via word of mouth that Jimmy John's that guy was the original Jimmy John's has been bought out, and Arby's now owns Jimmy John's,
Hmm.
but McDonald's owns Chipotle. So I kind of like balanced it where I was like, okay, I don't feel guilty about shopping at Jimmy John's, but I'm not going to shop at Chipotle anymore because frankly, the Chipotle over by me in Wheaton sucks.
Well,
So
and then you get into, and we're going veering way off topic, but
let it
you
roll.
you start wondering, like, Chipotle might be owned by the same people who own the McDonald's restaurants, but you're turned off from McDonald's because the original founder of McDonald's was a scuzzbag.
Yes.
But does his being a scuzzbag have anything to do with the way the company, the overhead company that owns it all now, the way they do things?
No. But that's the way I operate. So
That seems misguided in some ways.
yeah.
Okay,
But
well, at least as long as you're aware.
I'm well aware. I do my best, but also like corporations. I've stopped being like really into or like corporations and like supporting like local, and I don't care about it anymore. It's just something that's kind of like it was part of me at the time. Undergrad, I was very into that, but
Mhm.
now I'm focused on much more other things such as mental health and fatherhood and aliens. So
I I don't have I just don't have the energy.
yeah,
I mean, if you're gonna, like, for example, if you're gonna boycott Walmart, like, I'm not going to Walmart, I'm going to Target because they're better. It's like, no,
yeah.
they're just bad in a different other way.
Choose your battles.
And it's like, I mean, sure, I hate going to Walmart. Anytime I go to Walmart, I want to, like, take an ice pick and throw it through my head, and that's just because the other people who shop there. Like, I look around, I'm like, I'm better than these people. I know that sounds arrogant, but at the same time, I know, like, there's
I'm
only
not gonna lie to myself.
like, people of Walmart.com or whatever that website is. But um like, it's one of those things. It's like I I I'll go to Walmart because there's something that's there that I can only get there, and I'm not gonna feel guilty or whatever. But it's like I don't have the energy to be like, to,
Because there
like,
are more important things in life.
anyway, we were
So
let's cross off some things off the list here. We are way off topic, but that's okay. Um was something else on your list that you
um,
had,
I,
or was it my
I've
turn to
got
go? I don't remember.
I've got like 5.5 things.
Okay. Um,
How many do you got?
I got one, two, I got 8 things, but, like, not everything requires a full-on discussion.
Okay, let's hear your next one.
All right. Well, this is back in October. I need to finish it up, but you let me borrow the Friday the 13th movies, which I've been enjoying. I watched, like, the first 4,
Yeah,
like, almost back to back to back, and, like,
yeah.
I had to take a break because it was just like the same movie again and again and again. And, like, I like number 2 a lot, actually. Like, it was boring the first half, but, like, when Jason finally starts, like, chasing that girl around, like, I like that. That was kind of fun. I enjoyed that. Number 3 was, it was all right. Like, what was it? Who was that nerdy kid who kept trying to scare everyone?
Oh, yeah, and you texted me about
I did
that
tell you,
guy.
he was the absolute worst.
Shelly, I think.
Shelly. Oh my God, Shelly sucks. The only thing worthwhile is that he gave Jason his mask. But Shelly's the absolute worst. It was hilarious how he like ran over the guy's motorcycles.
Yes, yes.
That was pretty funny. I'll give Shelley credit there. But
Yeah. And a little shout out to the Jason's band. I listen to them quite frequently. It's a horror punk band where everybody dresses as Jason. And I admit I listen to this band probably more than I should, but cause it's like it's got like a Ramones vibe to it. Oh, and dude, they're very good. I wish they would put out more music. But you said you got to the fourth one and you took a break?
yes, where from what I understand, the fourth one, I think it's called the final chapter, which clearly it's not. Um, and so I want to get back into it. So maybe this week I'll start not rewatch, start picking up. But like I took a break and I've been focusing on a lot of stuff on my DVR, which has been piling up during quarantine because I've not been
Sure.
able to watch anything during quarantine because I was working at night and everything. So it was
Yeah.
tough. So I've been slowly trying to work my way through like the 70 episodes of all the CW Arrowverse shows that I have to
Yeah.
go through. But yeah.
Yeah, the older Corey Feldman, I could not stand that kid.
Oh, is he in the next one?
Yeah, it's five or six. He's in two of them, and
Tommy
I just,
Jarvis?
yeah. Like the teenage, I can't stand them. But yeah, man, those are always worth a rewatch.
I'm trying to do like the timetable from number 2 to 4 because they all take place on like one day after another.
Yeah,
But so not all of them could be Friday the 13th.
yeah, yeah. And then when I lent them to you, I realized I was missing a complete like one or two movies from the set.
Yeah, I think you had because the set you gave me goes up to 8.
Yeah,
And I think there's like Jason Goes to Hell, which was like is that like the ninth one?
yeah, and
And
I
then
mean,
Jason X where he goes to space.
I stand by purchasing it, but like that's not a Friday the 13th movie. Like the spirit of Jason goes into this other guy, and so it's like it's technically him, but it's not, and it was tough. But yeah, Jason X, I love it when they go to space. Like I wish more horror movie icons would go to space.
Didn't Hellraiser go to space at one point in time?
Yeah, yeah, because that was one of the first, not one of the first, but I remember watching that like when it was on TV. When I was like a little kid. And just, there was like like a scene where like somebody got cubed or like lasered, and I was like, I have to like that was among the ilk of like Puppet Master, where I was like I would like see like bits and pieces of it on TV,
Mm.
and I was just like enthralled, and I just like had to get more of it.
I think Leprechaun went to space too, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah. Part four.
Was that before or after he went to the hood?
It's part four, and then Leprechaun in the Hood, and then back to the Hood.
That's a series that just doesn't care, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, and there's the Chucky series that's out right now. That
That's on my DVR as well. Did you watch it?
no, I really want to. Um, Devon Sawa has been on the podcast circuit as of late because of it, um, and I've really been wanting to catch that because Devon Sawa is, you know, on a pedestal for me because of Idle Hands, and I can't. I gotta see this, especially because like they relied less on CG. Maybe his podcast really sold me because they rely a lot less on CG on
Hmm.
these, as compared to I think was the Cult that was recently released. That was like 70% CG.
Hmm.
So
I
and the script of all of Chucky movies is just it's so great because it's so violent and intense, and the comparison between like the violent language of this child compared to the look of him, it's great. But I will never like the seed of Chucky. That kid is just the worst looking thing I've ever seen.
I've only seen the first two Child's Play and then the reboot.
Okay, okay.
So
You got to see the Bride of Chucky.
Bride of Chucky. I mean, I'd love
Yeah,
to make my way through that series one day, but I recorded all. They're all on my DVR. The Chucky series. I keep debating like deleting it just to clear up some space because, like, am I going to watch this ever? I don't
yeah,
know. I want to, but part of me is like, well, I haven't seen enough. Well, I understand it if I didn't see all the other ones. I mean, I
yeah.
have a general understanding of the Chucky series, like what goes on, just based on like stuff I've read and stuff you've told me. Like I know he gets married, and
Yeah,
there's like a Bride of Chucky as a kid, and
yeah,
it's a whole thing. But
yeah.
yeah.
Well, you can delete it. I can lend them to you.
Oh, like
So I
well, I have the I'm talking about the Chucky the TV show I have on my DVR.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Um, that's on AMC.
It was on, I think it was on Sci-Fi and was it A&E? I don't know. I don't remember
Okay.
what two shows it was,
It's
but it was on
something that
two
would be difficult
networks.
to find. Yeah.
I'm sure it'll have a DVD release eventually. All shows do, but
Yeah. Yeah.
what do you got on your list?
So the a short one is I finished one of my New Year's resolutions is to catch up on all of my books
Hmm.
that I have acquired over the past few years. Um, and I just finished one of them called The Dimensions. It's an alien theory book by Jacques Vallée, and it was one of the more difficult ones I've got through. I even had to use an audiobook to get through it because it was slow. But uh, next one I'm reading is The Alien World Order, and this one,
Wait, go back. The reptilian plan to divide and conquer the human race. Okay.
yes, I cannot wait to read this one, and I'm really excited.
I love it that people write these like being absolutely serious in their belief.
Right, and um, I recently got a tattoo, and so I was talking with the tattoo artist about this, um, in like the difference of interests in all these outrageous conspiracies is interesting to say the least. I don't mean to be Jen Sismeja, but it's interesting because I love all these conspiracy theories because it doesn't hit home to me. Like I don't know any flat earther people or people who believe in reptilians, and so this is just all in my mind, and I'm just like reading it. But if I knew somebody who like did believe in like the alien world order, I would approach this much differently.
Mm.
But the fact that I have, nobody like challenging me on this and being like, it's actually really dangerous to think these things. Uh, Without that, it's just proliferating. Where I'm just like, I'm interested, and so that's why I'm completely interested in like flat Earth and alien world order. Not to mention the Hollow Moon and Hollow Earth. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Finish that Dimensions book. I would not rec. Jacques Vallée is a great alien theorist, but get the Spark Notes.
Good to know. I'll keep that in mind.
So, yeah, your move.
All right. I'm going to talk about speaking about reading stuff. I have three books I read. I'll rattle them off really quickly. The first one I read a couple months ago called Doomsday Clock. Speaking of conspiracy theories, but not exactly.
Amen.
This is a DC Comics superhero
It came up.
novel.
It It was the first thing that came up after typing Doomsday.
It is a sequel to Watchmen, and
Okay.
from 1986 or something like that. The controversy came around because the original author of Watchmen, Alan Moore, is a crazy person, and he
Aren't we all?
yeah, and he had some serious issues with DC back in the day. But DC owns the characters, and they decided we're going to do a sequel after all these years, and it was all right. I liked it. It definitely tried to stay. Someone else wrote it. Alan Moore did not write it. Jeff Johns, who wrote it, who's big time with DC, so he can do whatever he wants pretty much. And it was entertaining. I liked it. It was better. I wasn't sure where it was going to go. I had to reread the ending a few times because I wasn't sure what was going to happen there. But I enjoyed it for what it was. I mean, it's just a fun, big adventure. It was supposed to be a culmination of a bunch of storylines going on in DC Comics, but clearly there was some editor changes when that was envisioned and when this
Can
came out.
you summarize the premise briefly?
I'll try.
Or
So
who are the main characters?
Superman's the main character. He's like a secondary main character. Dr. Manhattan is a main character. Um, Rorschach is a main character, but not the Rorschach that we knew from the original Watchmen. It was someone else taking his
twist.
identity. The bad guy, Ozymandias, is a main character. But they travel. So in the Watchmen universe, it all got revealed that Ozymandias did cause the destruction of everything, and so everyone's mad. And Ozymandias decides to. He says the only person who could fix all this is Dr. Manhattan, and he is over in the DC universe. So they travel. They travel from the Watchmen universe to the DC universe to get Manhattan. Turns out Manhattan has been screwing around with the history of the DC universe, hence all like the reboots and everything that happens in real life with the DC stuff. And so they have to try to find Dr. Manhattan to come back to fix everything. At the same time, there's this stuff going on in the DC universe that people are thinking that America is creating these superheroes as like a weapon against other countries, and so there's another foreign country, a fictional one in this, who's creating their own superheroes to like combat it, and it's leading up to like its superhero type arms race, and to a type of war, and hijinks ensue. There's way more to it, but like in a brief summary, that's kind of it.
Sounds in very Watchmen fashion.
Yeah, and it's entertaining. I liked it. The art's good. It's definitely a big read. So, if you like a good adventure with an interesting sort of central moral dilemma, it's fine. And in that spirit of Watchmen, you could do worse.
Yeah, Watchmen have always bored me. Comics and the show.
I've never seen the show. I did watch the Zack Snyder movie, and I will say, controversial statement, I think I like the movie more than I did the comic.
Yeah.
Okay,
and what other comics have you read?
The ones you let me borrow, Krampus and The Last Christmas. The Last Christmas was okay. I think it was funny that Santa tried to kill himself, but because someone still believed in him, he couldn't die. Yeah. Which I don't know why that didn't mean that Mrs. Claus died, but I don't know, maybe Santa's different. The Last Christmas being where there's like a nuclear war or something, and someone attacks Santa's workshop and kills a bunch of people, and Santa Claus just doesn't give a crap anymore. That one was okay. I mean, I didn't dislike it, but it was interesting. But it didn't totally work for me at the end of the day. Yeah. But you also let me borrow Krampus, and I effing love Krampus. And the samurai, I like a lot of. I hope they make a sequel to it because it left me wanting more. Yeah. When they revealed who the villain was, Krampus being like an evil Santa Claus who they imprisoned because there's not one Santa Claus. There's like a society of Santa Clauses, which is a brilliant concept. And they let Krampus out of prison to track down someone who's trying to off all the different Santas.
Yeah.
And
This is very fresh in your mind.
I just finished reading it about like a week
Okay.
or two ago. But I loved it. I thought it was absolutely great. I had so much fun reading it. Like I'm tempted to go and buy a copy of myself just to have it and
Yeah.
read it the holidays. So
Yeah. Oh, that's great to hear. Yeah. I think my mom got me those, just like randomly, and yeah, I read them every a few Christmases or something. So they're fun. Yeah. What else you got?
um He-Man. I watched the new animated He-Man show that's designed more for kids. He-Man and the
Okay.
Masters of the Universe.
And that was the animated one. Right, they're all
The
animated. The
yeah,
more,
the CGI animated one.
you know,
I liked it. I liked it was a different take on He-Man, and that's
yeah.
fine. And did you watch it?
No.
I think you would like it. If you like He-Man, I think you'd enjoy it.
Didn't Kevin Smith release a second one?
He released the second half, yeah. So there's 10
Yeah.
episodes of it now. Have you watched the second half yet?
No, I'm behind.
I know we
Probably
were
'cause-
talking about maybe getting together and watching it, but I
yeah.
know like I think that's when your kid got sick or something.
Yeah.
The second half of that was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely going to. I forgot that was out. Yeah.
But the He-Man of the Masters show, the kids version, I liked it. It's fun. The last episode was unintentionally hilarious because in this version, it's not just He-Man who gets powers, but all of his friends too. And like
Okay.
Skeletor has powers of the Havoc, and he gives all of his minions the powers too. So like the last episode when they're finally like fighting each other, like the episode's like what, like let's say 30 minutes long. Um, I swear over half the episode is them just charging up, using like the standard like we're charging up our powers like a Dragon Ball Z episode, and
Yeah.
like I'm like laughing during this. I'm like, oh my god, they're just charging up this entire time. So, but I just learned that show's been renewed for a second season, so I'm
Okay.
there.
Speaking of graphic novels, I've been reading Transmetropolitan.
How is that? I've heard a lot of things, but I've read it.
I'm like fully engulfed in it. My tattoo artist really enjoyed it, and so I was like, I'm going to read it because I ended up with a subscription to Audible or something where I can read it, or Kindle or something. And I'm really enjoying it because the conversation came up because I've become very familiar with the Invisibles. And
Hmm.
I thought that his drawing was of King Mob, but it was the main character from Transmetropolitan. And so we got on the topic of it. And so I started reading it, and I'm like really into it. I don't know, it might be because it's not as intense as the Invisibles. It's more able to be grasped, and I much more comprehend it. And so it's like a derivative of the Invisibles that like I can embrace and understand, and that makes it
Okay.
really easy to read, uh, really fun to read, and where I look forward to reading it rather than it just like putting me out. So I haven't pulled the trigger on actually buying them. I'm just trying to read whatever I can before the subscription is out.
Hmm.
Um, but I'm really digging it. Yeah, and it's nice to come across something that like really makes me happy in regards to like graphic novels. Because a lot of times I'll just like read a graphic novel just to like read it. Um, but this one was very good, so I would recommend it. And I think I'm in volume two of, and I can't quite comprehend like how many there are because there's a few different compilations, and I'm just basically reading as much as I can because I enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So.
Um, I recently watched the movie Enola Holmes with
Yeah,
Millie Bobby Brown and Henry Cavill. This
yeah,
is a movie that came out in 2020, and I'm like, I want to watch that, and I completely forgot about it until I stumbled across it a few weeks ago, and so the Kiwi and I decided to watch it. I enjoyed it. It had a very big. The premise is it's Sherlock Holmes' sister, who was made up for this movie, and she's a detective in her own right. And
Is it a
the movie,
mystery?
yes,
Okay.
and
Is there any bit of rom-com in it?
no,
Okay.
there. I wouldn't call it rom com, but like there is a little bit of a love interest, but not in like the rom commy kind of way.
Okay.
Um, but the thing I liked about it,
Gosh, Henry Cavill is so attractive.
see your man crush of the moment.
No, that was Bluey's dad.
Oh, Blue's dad. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. Um, Henry Cavill plays Sherlock Holmes. The thing that's interesting that I was not expecting, but it has a very big feminist bent in it, which you would expect it would because it's about a woman. But like
Yeah.
even much so, like the big thing at stake, and this isn't a spoiler, but like was the women's right to vote in England,
Okay.
and like that's the big stakes that's happening in the movie, and like I was not expecting that, and I was like when I was watching the movie, like oh okay, this is
Okay.
interesting. I like this, so I
And
would
can you
I'd recommend.
elaborate on the fourth wall breaking?
Every now and again, like she narrates the movie as well as is in it, and every now and again she'll like turn to the camera and like continue the narration.
Okay. That's fun.
So
Yeah, I don't do mysteries, but
I mean,
your recommendation holds a bit.
it's I wouldn't say it's like the biggest like mystery in the world, but it's definitely
That's the objective of it,
yeah. She's
of the
trying to
movie.
figure out like her mother disappears, and she's trying to figure out where their mother is, and she gets caught up on this other thing that may have ties to it, and so
Sure.
yeah. So, do you got anything else left?
Oh yeah.
I got one more thing after this, so.
Okay. Um, we've been watching Pen 15 on Hulu.
Oh, I remember that show.
Did you watch it?
No,
Okay.
but it's
It's
like with Bill Pullman, and he's like the president, and Josh Gad's his son, or something like that.
no.
Then I'm
Uh,
confusing it with another show.
Pen 15 is
Oh wait,
um yeah,
yeah,
I think if you look it up you'll
I'm
catch
yep,
it.
yep, yep. I'm thinking of what is it called? Um, shoot.
Go-
You go on. I'll figure out
Um
what it is.
so we've been watching it kind of as a compromise between us where it's like something that both of us like to an extent. It's fine. We can't take too much of it. I don't know why. I've really been in like I only want to watch stuff that I like horror movies or intense stuff. Um, and this is neither of those, but it's fine because it has some content to it. And there are some characters in this, like the brother, I really like. Um, but yeah, it's kind of just put it on here as a bullet point to say like I've been watching something current, but I wouldn't recommend it. So
The show I was thinking of was called 1600 Pen. So that's what I'm sorry. Apologies all.
Pennsylvania. Oh, with Bill Pullman, man. So he's always solid. So, yeah, I just have two more. Have I mentioned my fascination with the movie Midsummer?
No, but knowing what I know about Midsummer, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite movie, like the past many years. And the reason it comes to mind is I bought a shirt with Florence Pugh on it, and I've been arguing with the vendor, and I think I won. But I wanted to mention it that this is solidly one of my favorite movies of the past few years, and it's great. I would really recommend watching it. It is not a family movie. It is intense, but it has so much stuff to talk about that happens in it. There's so much stuff that happens, and it's really intense. But I give it a 5 out of 5.
I'm more interested in your argument with the vendor.
Okay, so in short, I bought a shirt on Black Friday. They said it'll take 5 to 6 weeks to get here. On the 6th week, I responded to be like, "Hey, I don't have it." No response. So I filed a dispute with my credit card company, and then at that 9th week, they tell me that it's being shipped, and I'm like, "Well, I put this dispute out because I'm not really happy," and they were like, um, "We understand why you did that. We would appreciate if you retracted it, but ultimately, enjoy your shirt." And I am standing by that because I am not happy, and they did not abide by the original terms of the purchase.
And they didn't like it'd be one thing if they didn't send it out and then you emailed them and they'd be like, "Hey, we're sorry, X, Y, and Z happened. Please stand by."
Yeah. Oh no, they threw out all the excuses,
Oh, did
but
they?
I don't care
Well, did
because
they give the excuse when you first contacted them? Because you said they didn't get you
no,
back. Oh, but
no,
like weeks
after the
later.
fact.
Yeah, I'm saying like at the time, if you contacted them at week 6 and they said something, at least that'd
Yes,
be kind of like okay. But
yes,
okay.
because I have sympathy for a local business, but this is an online vendor. I don't care how many people you employ. If it's just two, like, that's not my problem. If you can't keep up with the demand, that's your business prerogative. And if you're not upholding the agreement for which we make purchases, then
Geez, Gorehound, I didn't know you're such a Karen.
uh, I like fighting for purchases. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's no other way around it. I love making corporate complaints. I've been slowing down over the years, um, but I like to do that because I like to argue.
Fair
You know?
enough.
Yeah. So, yeah, and I just have one more before we sign off. So go ahead.
Okay, I watched this last night and I was I thoroughly enjoyed it from end to end. It's a movie called Bad Trip, and I don't know if it's a movie you'd enjoy. It's a comedy on Netflix, and it's
Yeah,
one of those hidden
comedies,
camera movies.
but comedies have been failing for me. Like, comedy has always been like subpar to me.
Hmm.
Um, and oh yes, with
Is it Eric Andre
oh, I love Eric Andre, and
and
yes,
Tiffany Haddish?
I tried to watch this and I could not
This
do
is a
it
movie
because
that's not for everyone.
Eric Andre is fantastic in the Eric Andre show because it's just like short, and when they drag it out into an entire movie, it's just Eric Andre is gonna have to prove himself in some other way. This is not it.
Now, I don't know.
But you got through this entire thing.
Oh yeah, because I'm a fan of hidden camera type
Okay.
movies, like previously I've seen like something like Bad Grandpa,
Okay.
and um they're dumb. They're so dumb. Like I'm probably got stupider after, and yeah, I just use the word stupider. I probably just got
Yeah.
dumber after watching it, but I was entertained. I love the best of the reactions of the other people, and and it's perfect. You go through like your Borats and things like that. You go through like the ignorant hillbilly South or whatever, and um, you get to fool these people with crazy stuff. But my question is like Eric Andre, like he's a big enough, like he's not like a Brad Pitt, but he's I think a big enough name where people might know him. That I'm surprised that these pranks don't, not pranks, but like the bits don't fail as more with like people not like recognize, or like Tiffany Haddish. Like Tiffany Haddish is a pretty big name, I think. That I mean, she's wearing a lot of makeup, but maybe people don't recognize her that way. But I don't know. It's I'm surprised they're able to get away without being like, "Hey, you're so and so," you know. But
You know,
maybe the
I
craziness happened so fast. I don't know.
no, because I think that they're just able to filter out all of the people who recognize him. Because, if you're out there for a day, you're bound to find some people who don't recognize you.
Yeah, you're probably right. And everything moves so fast that maybe it's not a case of too much is going on for them to recognize the person.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm curious how they do some of the bits in there, like the car crash and he falls off like a bar, like the top of a bar and crashes into all these boxes and I mean it's so stupid, but I laughed
Yeah.
and yeah. So
Uh,
that's all
my
I got. What's your last one, buddy?
my absolute favorite Eric Andre moment, and I watch this probably more often than I should. It's the Eric Andre show with Lauren Conrad, where Hannibal Buress is like, you listen to Waka Flocka, and you gotta watch it. That episode is among the ilk of like Too Many Cooks, where it's just like I could watch that every day of the week. So, but my last one is I just saw, I think it's on HBO, that Joe Pera has season 3 of Joe Pera Talks to You. Have you ever watched this?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, Joe Pera Talks to You is a Adult Swim show where it's this very soft-spoken music teacher just does these weekly episodes where he just talks to you in a very soft-spoken voice about like, this is how I make a sandwich, or like, this is how I wait in waiting rooms, and they're so calming and they're funny, and there's actually a storyline that goes through them because he gets a girlfriend, and she's also equally as socially awkward, and it works. The girl also likes it. Well, not, I shouldn't say likes it. She tolerates it, which is an accomplishment. So I would really recommend, if anybody has HBO, obviously you do, to go check this out if you don't have anything else to watch.
Okay. I'll try to I'll add it on my list of things that I'll maybe get to at one point in time.
Yeah. Just give it an episode or two, and I think you'll be happy.
Okay.
So,
All right. Well, is that it? Is that everything we've been watching the past, I don't know, a couple months?
that is the selection that I've been willing to share.
Fair enough. So, all right. Well, it's been great talking to you. I feel we don't talk as much as we used to. I'm sure COVID has a lot to do with that.
Amen.
Yeah. So you have yourself a fantastic night. And for all you listening out there, if you've made it this far, thanks for listening to our episode. And stay tuned next week when we talk about Twilight. Have a good night. You've been listening to the all-new CultureCast. Follow us on Twitter. Drop us an email at nick.culturecast@gmail.com. We can't promise we'll read it. Theme music by Dana Vodovaz. Check out his work on YouTube at Vodovaz Music Productions. This has been a Saltwater production. Original material copyright 2022. Thanks for listening.
All
All
right.
right, cool.
I
Well,
really got to go to the bathroom.